Hey guys!
Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing my purple palettes and comparing them to see which ones have the best purple shades. Up first is my Bloodlust palette, which is definitely my baby at this point. There are some shades in some of these other palettes that I have, like the ABH Norvina palette, the ColourPop It's My Pleasure, and the ColourPop Lilac You A Lot. So I'm going to be showing some of the shades and then we can see which ones look similar. This is the inside of the Bloodlust palette. And I did notice that actually the Lilac You A Lot, that looks like it has a lot of dupe shades. The first one that is kind of confusing to me in this palette is the Pink Magic shade, which I'm going to swatch on my daughter's hand. Which looks really good when it's swatched out, and I think you do have to use your fingers to apply it. But it does look very similar to Wake Up in this ColourPop palette, which I'll show you next to it. When they are swatched out though, you can tell a big difference between the formula between Jeffree Star and ColourPop. I think overall the Jeffree Star mattes are something that no one else will ever really be able to perform as well as what he does with his palettes. I would think that the closest that I have to Blood Queen which is this one right here, would possibly be Iffy in this ColourPop palette. But that one actually is a lot darker. He seems to have made a formula that is not like any other ones that I've ever seen before. This palette is also very unique in the fact that it has a purplish black shade in it called Executioner, which none of the other palettes that are all purples have. The Norvina palette, it does have a matte black shade, but not the sparkle kind, and it does have a diverse array of colors in it. I kind of think that maybe B1 and High King are kind of similar a little bit, and maybe B3 and then Wet Jewel could be a little bit similar. And they both do have reds, this one right here and this one, but when I swatch them out you'll see the performance differences between the two of them. The first one is the Anastasia one, and the second one is the Jeffree Star one. And actually on camera they do look kind of similar. This one's pulling a little bit more, I would say a little bit more orange, and this one's more of a true red. But actually Anastasia's formula is pretty similar in texture. Actually I want to try A3 in the Anastasia palette and Blood Queen again to see which one looks better on camera. Those two actually do look pretty similar in my opinion. What do you think?
I think they look similar, yeah. One definitely looks a little bit darker.
Now, being my teenage daughter, which one is your favorite of these purple palettes?
The Bloodlust. I just like the performance of it better.
I do like the fact that ColourPop, though, for being very pigmented for what it is a very cheap palette, though.
Yeah.
I do think it's a good value, and definitely would get it if you can't get the Bloodlust or the Anastasia. This is a very good choice. For something that would cost you a lot less money, I do believe they're $12 each. Versus $54 for this one, or I believe these are $75.
They are really good palettes, just...
And I do like the fact that ColourPop did decide to do a purple palette for the It's My Pleasure, and then more like of a pastel purple for the Lilac Hue a lot. So it is very diverse. All in all, though, I'd say that they're both really good, and either one that you choose is a good one to get.
Yeah.
My daughter is a big fan of anything to do with Jeffree Star and anything to do with that. Something I haven't shown in my previous videos, well, we're at it, I might as well just quickly show you guys. There are a couple things that didn't show up in my other videos. One of them is the gloss in the shade Lord Star. I do like the fact that he kind of made fun of himself in the sense that everyone calls him Lord Voldemort all the time. So he went with it and decided, make a shade. And this one, for being a gloss, is so pigmented. I mean, that's with one swipe.
That's good.
That gloss is the most pigmented one I've ever had. And then, of course, I did say that I was getting this. This is the Queen Bitch lipsticks. It has Royal Armor, I'm Vulgar, I'm Royalty,
Scorpio,
Virginity, Blow Pony, Clout, and Berries on Ice. Now, when I swatched all these out, I did notice that the Royal Armor one of mine, it doesn't lock closed on the top. So that's a little bit of a bummer because I can't store this one how I store all the other ones. And I did notice when I did swatch this one, it seems like maybe because it wasn't closing all the way, it doesn't show up, and it's kind of more sheer for a liquid lipstick.
Yeah.
But I also did notice that the I'm Vulgar shade, which has all these sparkle metallics in it, it looks like a liquid lipstick version of the Lord Star lip gloss.
That's very close in color.
But my favorite one in here is definitely Berries on Ice. I am wearing this one today. And it's just a dark purple with like red in it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love that one. And the only one in here that really doesn't work for me is definitely Virginity. It's extremely light and kind of makes my lips look like I'm just wearing a concealer on them. but it is good to put in the center of the lips just to kind of brighten up the look a little bit.
It looks kind of similar to Royal Armor on camera, but there's a definite difference between them.
But this is a absolutely wonderful bundle that he had made. And definitely with the gloss and the palette, I'm extremely happy. I'm curious to know what his next launch will be. Everyone was saying greens, but he said that couldn't be farther than from the truth. So I'm leaning towards he's actually going to make a neutral palette.
That would be a cool one to make, is just neutrals for the people who don't like to be so bold with their looks.
Which I kind of thought he went a little bit more on the neutral side when he did the collaboration with Shane. They decided to put a lot of the neutrals in. And then I'm also waiting this month until he releases the single shade of Put That Back, which is the beautiful green shade that was never put into the Shane palette. So I'll definitely be getting that as soon as that does come out. I've got a brand new camera, so I'm still getting used to it, but I'll be making more videos here soon. I think that's going to be it for today, though. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.